Welcome back, children. So today we will go through various modes of heterotrophic nutrition. In heterotrophic nutrition, the first is parasitic mode of nutrition. Now, what is a parasite? A plant which takes shelter on another plant as well as absorbs nutrients from it for its survival is called as a parasitic plant. Now, these parasitic plants, which take shelter on the other plant, these are called as parasites. And the plant which is providing shelter, that is called as the host. Clear? So, parasitic plants, I told you, they take shelter in the host plant as well as it absorbs nutrients from the host plants to stay alive. Now, parasitic plants have a special type of root which are capable of penetrating the body of the host plant, reaches right up to the phloem and then absorbs minerals, absorbs food from the host plant. So this special type of roots are called as hostoria. So special roots which are present in parasitic plants, which are capable of penetrating through the body of the host and absorbs nutrients from the host, are called as hostoria. So parasitic plants are provided with these hostoria. Now these parasitic plants are of two types. One is called as total parasite. Another is called as partial parasite. Now, what is the difference? Now, total parasite plants, for example, cuscuta, they do not have chlorophyll, so they are unable to make their own food. They solely depend upon the host for its full nutrition. That means the parasitic plants, the total parasites, they generally absorb so much nutrient from the host that they kill the host. Okay? Example, cuscuta. Another type of parasitic plant is there which are green in color, means they can perform photosynthesis and make their own food. But they cannot absorb water from the soil directly. So they become parasitic because they want water from the host, water and minerals. So those plants which partially depend on the host plant for their nutrition, they are called as partial parasitic plant. For example, mistletoe. This mistletoe you will find growing on mango trees, in oak, teak, right? So they are partial parasites. They absorb only water and minerals from the host plant and do not kill the host plant like total parasites like cuscuta. Clear? So this is the difference between total parasite and partial parasite. So this is a type of nutrition which comes under heterotrophic nutrition, that is parasitic mode of nutrition. Now children, some plants are insectivorous, means they can, you can say, eat insect. Now question is, if they eat insect, then they do not perform photosynthesis? The answer is no. They are green in color. They can perform photosynthesis and make their own food. Then the question is, why do they become insectivorous? Now generally these plants, which are called insectivorous plants, grow in a soil which is deficient of nitrogen. And I told you that nitrogen is an essential constituent of protein. And if protein is not made in the plant, the growth of the plant is hampered. So for that reason, they acquire special structures in their body. They develop special structures in their body which help in trapping insects. And then the body of the insect that has got trapped gets decomposed and the nitrogen content from the body of the insect is absorbed by the plant. So insectivorous plants develop special structures in their body to trap insects so that the body of the insect gets decomposed and the protein part or nitrogenous substances from the body of the insect is absorbed by the plant. Clear? So insect is not the primary food for these plants. These are green, so they can perform photosynthesis. So they develop these structures for acquiring only nitrogen. For example, pitcher plant. You must have heard of pitcher plant. In pitcher plant, what happens? The leaves. You know the structure of a leaf. In class 6 you have done it. The petiole of a leaf enlarges and gives the shape of a pitcher. Pitcher, you know, pitcher is an earthen pot. So in the shape of that pitcher. And the leaf becomes the lid of the pitcher, the cover of the pitcher. The mouth of the pitcher is covered with this leaf. And this whole structure is colored. Red, orange, yellow, very bright colored. So an insect thinks that it is a flower. So in order to suck nectar from the flower, the insect enters the pitcher. As soon as the insect enters the pitcher, the leaf, which is the lid of the pitcher, covers the mouth. So the insect gets trapped inside the pitcher, it is unable to come out. Soon the insect dies, and inside the pitcher there are tiny hairs, numerous tiny hairs, which then produce digestive juices to digest or to decompose the body of the insect. And once it is done, the insect gets killed. Then the nitrogenous substances are absorbed from this insect. Another is Venus flytrap. In Venus flytrap, what happens? The leaf of the plant is hinged in one side. So two leaves comes together. They are attached on one side, other side is open. Right? In this way. And whenever any insect sits on the leaf, the other edges, they close quickly. Clear? And in this way, the insect gets trapped. Once the insect gets trapped, ultimately it dies due to lack of sufficient oxygen. And as soon as the insect dies, tiny hairs are there inside, which are able to produce digestive juices. They secrete digestive juices. The body of the insect gets decomposed and the nitrogenous content is absorbed. Another insectivorous plant is sundew. Here, it has structures which secretes transparent liquid which shines in the sunlight and looks like dew. Dew, you know, in Hindi you call it os. So it shines in sunlight like dew. So insects feed on dew, you know that. So insects think that these are dew. So they try to sit on the structure of leaf or flower, whatever it is, As soon as they sit, they get stuck to it. They are sticky substances, highly sticky. So once it gets stuck, it is unable to fly off and ultimately dies, and then the nitrogenous content from its body is absorbed. So I gave you name of 3 plants under second mode, insectivorous plants. Example I gave you, pitcher plant, then Venus flytrap, and sundew. Clear, children? So in the next class, we'll do the remaining part of this heterotrophic nutrition, which is saprophytes. Thank you.